All right, guys, happy Monday, June 24th, coming to you live and direct from the Oakland office. I got out here super early. It is my last day before I'm on a 4-day vacation because my mom comes into town. She'll be here tomorrow at around 8 o'clock, and then we're just going to do family time with Lily and just chill and barbecue and hang out and do family stuff. So I'm really, really excited, really grateful to be able to have my family up, have the folks here, and it's the last week that Lily is here. So I'm really excited. So we're going to go, as always, have somebody bring us out on the field. And if you have the ability to throw your cameras on, be here, be present, be in this moment, please do so. I'm going over to Miss Cynthia Jackson. Cynthia, you're going to be the person this morning. You're going to take us out on the field. As always, share your sentiment as we kick off this Monday morning. So Miss Cynthia, let's go. Let's hear from you. Excited to see you here. Let's go.
How did I know you was going to call on me?
It was the smile. It was the energy. Let's go.
All right, team. So this morning, we let us be in the right frame of mind, be receptive to the information that we are to receive. We have an amazing coach that is bringing, I don't know what the message is, but just be open-minded and ready for the connection and for the not just the connection, but the clicking of this whole situation. Just like, just see, for us to do the best we can so that the information is not just being received, but that it's clicking with us and that we are, embracing it.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Making sure that it's clicking. Really good stuff. And you guys, for some reason, like I live and breathe this, but I can't expect that everyone else lives and breathes this. And what I mean by that is that if something is not clicking, just be like, all right, Elias, all right. Like, I want to know a little bit more. Slow me down at any time, or just say, Elias, I think I need a little bit more time with you, and I'd be down to have that conversation. And so let me ask a quick question. How many of you on this call work out? I'm not saying you're crazy in the gym, but actually you focus on fitness every single week. Whether it's walking, whether it's running, whatever it is, I don't care. It doesn't have to be extreme. Okay, I lean more towards the extreme, but I'm not saying extreme. You just work out. All right. So I want to ask you guys, and just be real, feel free to take yourself off of mute. Every single day, if I told you, Nicole, if I told you, Demi, and if I told you, Samantha, that every single day, I'm going to meet you at the gym at 7 a.m. Day one comes, I don't show up. So you say, okay, maybe something happened. Day two comes, I don't show up. Day three comes, I don't show up. And let's fast forward all the way to day 10, Samantha. And I say I'm going to show up. Do you think that you would trust that I was going to be there?
No, I wouldn't.
So are you saying that you wouldn't believe me that I was going to be at the gym since I stood you up 10 days in a row? You wouldn't believe me?
Correct. Because there was no follow through. And if you don't show up, when you say you will, then I can't trust that.
All right. So the problem here is that oftentimes we do that to ourselves. And what I mean by that is that we, unfortunately, as human beings and as sales professionals, we have a propensity to self-sabotage ourselves. And I've said this before, and I was reminded of it this morning on my drive in, and I always reflect when I drive. I had an hour-and-a-half drive this morning. So every single day, you told yourself, or you told me that you were going to go to the gym, and then you don't do it, you don't do it, you don't do it. So what happens is that you don't really trust that person anymore, and you don't really believe that that person's going to show up. Well, if you're doing that to yourself, then you're self-sabotaging. And what I wanted to do here is I wanted to put this in a context of being able to build trust with yourself. Because when you think about this, I'm going to go to the gym this week. I am fucking fired up. I'm going to do 3 days at the gym. I'm going to walk. I'm going to run. I'm going to push weights. I'm going to swim, whatever it is. Sunday comes around and you didn't work out once. What's the story that you've told yourself? What's the story that you told? That I don't even trust myself, right? You told yourself that you were going to prospect, that you were going to do all these things, that you're going to knock on the doors, you're going to host an open house. And then you get to Sunday and you look back and you didn't do anything, right? So what's happening is that you're not serving yourself, you're self-sabotaging because you're telling yourself that you're the person that doesn't show up, that doesn't follow through, that doesn't commit, that doesn't work out, that doesn't care about themselves. So what happened is we're in this business of esteem, and we need this confidence and esteem to go out and handle all these emotions and these crazy clients from all over the world. But what we're doing is we're fucking knocking ourselves down. Every single time that we tell ourselves that we're gonna do something, Elias, this is the week, I'm gonna make videos. And then Sunday night comes, and you didn't make one single video, you sit with that. I don't sit with that. You have to sit with that. But you think that it's boosting you? Or do you think that it's saying, you know what, damn, I don't show up. Damn, I don't follow through. Damn, I'm this. So you guys have to look at the actions. And I know I'm fucking crazy about the word action sometimes. But you have to look at it and say, you know what, is this self-sabotaging me, or is this actually propelling me forward and pushing me towards the things that I said that I actually wanted to do in this business? Or are you self-sabotaging yourself? And I was reminded of that this morning, you guys, and I'm not picking on anybody in any way, shape, or form, but if you guys are not living up to the own word to thyself, how can you expect to reach the level of success that you want in this business? What happens is that as humans, we self-sabotage. So you have to ask yourself, do I believe me right now? Do I trust myself right now that I'm gonna show up, make the calls, do the things, get on video, move my needle forward? Do I trust myself right now? And I want you guys to sit with that for a moment. I want anyone to take themselves off of mute, and I want them to share, give contributions, give insight, because we're going to get right into business this morning, but I want to get anybody's thoughts and insight on that conversation if you have one. I saw a lot of heads nodding. I saw a lot of this. Anybody have a contribution that they want to give? Please take yourself off mute or throw your hand up. I'd love to hear from you, Jeff. All right, cool. So we'll go Jeff, and then we'll go Chicken Mom. Let's go, Jeff.
Of course, we all do that, and human nature, and you rationalize it. But I've been trying to, these last, probably for 2024, be very intentional in the things that I do, be it at work and make my calls, or in this example, working out. And on the flip side of feeling awful about it and giving up on yourself and setting the wrong example, once you do it, the satisfaction that you have after you finish it, and you look back and you're like, fuck, I did not want to do that. But I'm so glad I did. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Whatever phone calls you had to make, whatever, exercising, riding the bike, once you get past it and you get to the other side of it, oh my gosh, it is the satisfaction that you get from what you just accomplished is, 10 times, 100 times better than the what you have to sit in, and the avoidance of, not doing it and then trying to rationalize why you didn't. So I always look towards, or I try to now look towards that feeling I'm gonna have after I'm done doing it, rather than try and find an excuse as to why I shouldn't do it in the moment.
God, I love this. You guys, it happens a lot too. Here's a good example. It happens a lot with reading, right? Because we're all in this world of like self-development and human development and perpetual cycle of growth, which I believe, oftentimes we'll get a book, right? Or someone will recommend a book and they'll say, I'm going to read that. And then you don't read it and it sits there for fucking months. And I promise you, if you just read just one chapter, now you're going to learn, you're like, wow, that was a really good chapter. Or you learn a word like loquacious that you didn't even know existed. And you're like, wait, what does this word mean? And then you look it up, you're like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And then you're like, I like that. Or I listened to a chapter when I was driving, right? But the point is like we tell ourselves this shit or we say it to others, but then we don't live in it. And it's just like, it hurts us. It hurts our esteem. So Jeff, I appreciate that. Like looking at the reward of it before even actually jumping in. Really good stuff. Let's go Chicken Mom, AKA Brianna. She does have a name, you guys. It's Brianna. I have lived with this Chicken Mom. I even wrote it down. Chicken Mom is up next. Let's go, Brianna.
Well, so I feel like this morning, this is like yelling at me because I had this conversation with myself last week. I wasn't showing up for coaching. I was using my life as an excuse. And I was like, oh, my life is so crazy right now. My friend's mom's missing, my kids. And I just, Friday, I was like, I don't know. It's all an excuse. Like, get your butt in the office, get yourself away from everything and get to work because you're not servicing yourself at all. And you're going to pour from an empty cup.
Well, I appreciate that. And listen, you guys, while we're spending this time together, as we grow and develop, as we all build this relationship together, I want to always just operate in truth. I just want to operate in truth. I think it's the best place for us to build solid foundations for ourselves, for our relationship, that we operate in truth. But above that, I'm not too sure what's going on with your friend's mom. And I don't know if there's any positive advancements on that story, but sending you, the family, lights and love.
Thank you. There's not, and that's why we're just pushing past and gonna have to keep doing what we do. So,
all right, if you could put some information down in the chat, if there's something we need to repost or do anything on our end, just let us know. We're here for you and we're here for your family. Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
Let's go up to Brandy. Brandy, you had your hand up with your contribution, and we're going to get right into our conversation for the week or for the day.
Okay, so it kind of is funny. I was thinking about this exactly on Friday when I was like reviewing and rehashing my week. But I know we had chatted last week on some of the coaching calls about the consumer like being the most important person and comparing that. And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, why don't we make ourselves that consumer? Like, if we don't treat ourselves like our consumer, like our clients, if we don't start viewing ourselves that way, I can put my kids there. I can put, my mom, my dad there. I can put, anyone there. But if I don't put myself in that box, then kind of same thing. Like, I'm not going to show up for, you have to show up for yourself kind of thing, regardless. And I had to check in with myself and go, okay, where are we at? No, like I can vision it. And a lot of times I think we can vision it, but if we don't start living the present, like if I don't start acting like a realtor now, I'm not going to be a realtor. If I don't start acting like I own a house now, I'm never going to own a house. If I don't start acting like you have to become what you want to be. Otherwise you'll never get there. Even if you don't even know how, like that expression, like fake it till you make it. I say be it until you actually make it, because if you can't become it, you won't become it. So wow. I don't know, that was my check-in last week. I was like, all right, come on. Like if you show up in that way, all of a sudden you look around, you're like, wow, like sometimes I get told like, wow, I didn't know you were on, I didn't know you just joined Team Fast. No, yeah, I have. Well, how come it seems like you haven't? Oh, well, because 6 months prior to joining the team, I was already doing coaching calls. Like, kind of, so like, and that can go for anything. Like, yeah, you just become it. Just start doing those things. Like, if you want to be successful, start acting like the leaders. And then you start becoming a leader.
Really, really great contribution. I love that. Great stuff. And I saw one last hand, then it went down. Was that an accident hand, Sam, or was that a real hand? It went up and then down. I just want to make sure I don't miss your contribution.
That was a clap. I was clapping for that. That really resonated with me, Brandy. So that was a clap.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, listen, I really appreciate the sentiment, and thank you guys for starting this off on such a positive note. I love that. Be it until you are that. And when you think about this grand vision for your life, and I don't want to spend too much time here, when you think about the grand vision for your life, if that vision is so compelling that it can overwhelm you with emotion, when you sit there and sit with your thoughts for a moment, and you look at your life 5 years down the road, and you think about the vacations and the things and the people and the opportunities that you've created for yourself and for your family, and that's the vision. And that's why you're doing this grind today for that vision of tomorrow. If it's strong enough, you guys, there's no room there's just none. There's no room for inaction. There's none. And if you are ever struggling with that, and you're not getting up and doing the things and it's not pulling you, then you don't have the right vision. And I love you. You just don't have the right vision. right? You have to really, really get in alignment with that, because when that is your North Star and that's your beacon, nothing stands in the way. Nothing. No, I don't care if I am I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care what happens. Like, there's no excuses at all. And so I appreciate the sentiment. Let's go right into this. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to ask yourself a quick question. We are here June 24th, 2 days before Silas's birthday. He's going to be 6 years old, so it's going to be a cool week because my mom gets here the day before his birthday. But think about summer marketing plan, right? Let's just call it summer marketing plan. What I want to know is, obviously, we're going to talk about moving the needle. We always talk about that on Mondays, moving the needle, moving the needle. But what I want to ask you guys is, what does your marketing plan look like for the entire summer, right? When we go all the way into August, because you guys should already be thinking about back to school. What can we do for teachers? Is there a backpack drive? 4th of July, summer activities, splash pads, things to do. Where's the music? Music in the park. What's happening in Healdsburg? What's happening in Brentwood? All these things, you guys, right? Each of us should have a general idea of what our summer marketing plan is. What type of videos can I post throughout the summer? And so what I want you guys to do, and before I hear from you guys, is I want to share an example of how to build something out like this. And you guys can either have a whiteboard, or you guys can have Notepad, or whatever you're doing that works for you, or you can have a digital format such as Trello, and that's what the example I'm going to use right now. What's important is that you guys really wrap your head around all of the opportunities that you have throughout the summertime. And then when summer's done, now we have the fall season, fall marketing plan. Now, what do we have? Winter marketing plan, right? Getting ready for the new year. So your whole entire year should be a series of like marketing plans, and you're oscillating through these marketing plans. That's what you are. You're a marketer, ... realtor. So you have to look at this and say, okay, what does this actually look like for my entire year? Let me just go here, or excuse me, my entire summer. So I'm going to pull up Trello, and Trello is just a really, really easy way for you guys to create yourself a marketing, summer marketing plan, excuse me. So what I did, and let Sierra in, I'm just going to go here and I'm going to go to Trello. So I've created a couple boards. I wanted to pull something up so it was easy, but if you guys were just going to do this on your own, I'll show you how to do that. But what I did is I created a summer marketing plan. And what I want you guys to do is I really want you to think about, how can I build something out like this to where I can put action items, I can put dates, and I can put certain milestones that I need to hit on this. And so what I did is I just started here, summer marketing plan. Let's say 4th of July, right? I'm going to add that card there, right? I need, I need the, what is it called? The little flags, mini flags, right? Whatever it is, right? And you start building that out. And then once you're done with that, you'll say, okay, this is what I need for a digital marketing plan. I'm going to email my entire database on the 2nd of July, on the 1st of July. I'm going to mail out my back to school, whatever, or email my back to school on August 1st. What is the marketing collateral that I need? I need a flyer, I need a reel, I need a template, I need an email campaign, whatever that is. And you start building this list out. Mailing campaign. Am I actually going to mail something to people? If so, what am I mailing? When does it go out? What is the deadline? What is the cost? And I really want you guys to start building out your marketing plan. My door knocking campaign, right? From now until the end of summertime, what does that door knocking campaign look like? What are the different seasons that I'm going to be talking about, or different seasonal events that I'm going to be talking about, such as 4th of July? What comes up after 4th of July? What are the things that are happening in your area? Can you put a door knocking campaign together that has a QR code, and on that QR code is a high note? And in that high note, it just lists all the farmers markets, all the dates for the splash pads, whatever it is in your area. And then what you do is, as soon as you guys are done with that, whatever's in these categories, you just move it over to complete, or you move it over to in progress, or needs help from this person, or I need admin support from this, or I need help from Elias or Molly or whoever. But without a plan for the entire summer, what you're doing is you have all these great ideas, and I know you do. But what we have to do is we have to start conceptualizing it. And I'll put here video ideas, right? And now I start building out my video ideas and say, okay, here's what I need to do for videos throughout the next couple months. I'm going to do a raffle for all the teachers in my area. And I'm going to tell everyone to tag a teacher that they know, because I'm going to be giving $250 away for school supplies for back to school. I'm going to do a backpack drive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a video with the board of directors. Why is this school so great? Why is the school rated a 10? Whatever it is, I'm just throwing ideas out there. But what you do is you start building this out just like a company does, right? When we think about our company and the growth and what we're looking at for you guys, templates, campaigns, mid-year review, cookouts, events, things that are happening in our environment. We're always looking at this and we're always saying what needs to be done, what's complete, what's in progress, what do we have any hangups on, and what needs to be done to get this to the finish line. So I want you guys to really start looking at the end of the year, the summer, and saying, how can I really build out a marketing plan? And then you start to quantify this. And what I mean by that is you start to quantify that if my marketing collateral goes out digitally 17 times from now till the end of the summer, 15 times, and it goes out to an audience of, let's say, I don't know, 200 people. Like, what is the potential reach if you have a 35% open, right? Like, what is that potential reach? Same with my mailers. What is my potential reach? Same with my door knocking campaign. And so by the end of the summer, you say, I have generated X amount of leads, X amount of conversations. And from those conversations, I'm now writing, I'm going on appointments, I got a listing, all these things. But if you don't have a plan, all we're doing is throwing shit up in the air and seeing what works. And I never liked that as a strategy. So I wanted to pause there for a second and ask, does anybody have any questions thus far? We can go a little bit further on this, but I want to pause because I'm really excited about this. We do this every single year, but I don't think we've done it on coaching. Questions? Contributions?
I would like to know what people are doing for the 4th of July campaign outside of the little flag.
Perfect. Yeah, I love this. All right. So here's what I want to do. If you have a marketing strategy, a marketing campaign already built for the summertime, right? I want you to share that. But if you just have a thought of what you're going to do for 4th of July, which you guys, it's right around the corner. What does that look like? Is it a video? Is it a door knocking campaign? Is it a mailer? Is it something that you're doing with an ice cream truck? I don't know. So 2-part question here. Does somebody have a full marketing plan for the entire summer? If so, please take yourself off of mute, share with the group. And I'll wait a second. Part 2 of this. What are you guys doing for 4th of July? Nicole had that question. Is there anybody that wants to share their marketing campaign for the 4th of July so Nicole can get some ideas from you? And this is when we share. Anybody? Really? I'm surprised, you guys. All right, so let me ask you this question. Like, doing this exercise, like, do you feel like, damn, I need to go and write and do some prepping and preparing? Or does it feel like, I don't really need a plan for the summer? Like, I want to know where you guys are at with this conversation because I want to make sure this lands. So let's go to Brandy and then let's get other people involved in this conversation. Let's go, Brandy.
Okay, so for 4th of July, I decided I'm in a newer community. So I did door knocking, but rather than introducing myself as like a real estate agent in the area, I got people's emails by forming a community newsletter and then turning that into hosting a 4th of July barbecue at our park. So I figured there'll be conversations. I actually worked with that. The idea sparked from Ashley. And 4th of July is kind of hard for me and my family. So I figured that way it puts us around community and people. And then the conversations will form and, you usually ask, what do you do for a living and stuff like that. So yeah, that was me jumping out of my bubble and being vulnerable during a season that's going to be very hard for me and my family. So yeah, putting that together and putting us around people and leveraging my community to support me in a way that they probably don't even know they're going to be supporting me.
Wow. I love this for you. I love this for your family. So let's think a little bit past 4th of July. That's obviously right around the corner. What else? As we're getting ready to really get into the heart of the summertime, what are a few marketing things that you're going to do to launch, to put in your business? Ready?
Well, I'm leveraging some things with some other people in regards to like a cause for like, because I'm doing this whole mental health thing. So I've been working like on the sidelines in the back end to do that. I'm supposed to meet with somebody who has a different she does something different, but we both collab on sharing the same like mental health kind of thing. So I've been trying to like tie some things in. But like for school, I've been gathering flyers on like where to have free lunches, things like that, to be able kind of like forming a blueprint for back to school clothes, people who need help with back to school clothes, like resources on where to go to get those. Yeah, because I know that helps me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure it's going to help somebody else, especially those who don't know how to ask or who look like they don't need help. Because I know there's a lot of, I shouldn't say there's a lot of, I know for me, it was really hard to swallow that humble pill and go, hey, I'm somebody in a position that may not look like to the world that I need help. And I probably won't ask because I have to swallow that humble pill and go, hey, I need support with backpacks or shoes or this, that, and other. So I've been trying to kind of form a campaign, kind of like I in my old business, for the tech business, we used to do a backpack with stuff in it, and we'd like have other businesses. So I'm trying to do that, but I think that might be a little out of my reach right now. So I'm just trying to just grab some resources for now, and then maybe do like a Christmas thing or like a Thanksgiving thing, something else.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So let's stay on this. Let's go, Angel, really quick. Angel, summertime, closing out the summer strong, marketing campaign ideas. What do you have for us?
So I really like the point that you brought up with the backpack drive, and I think Brandy mentioned that as well. I am definitely going to implement that, just because I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I want to make sure like even them, they're all taken care of. But aside from them, just in addition to anybody else who's in need, to make sure that they have something for that. And this will probably be my well, it will be my first one. So I don't know how to do it properly. I'll probably see if I can get a sponsor from my lender as well to help me out with the cost and stuff like that. So, but if I could pick your brain or anybody's brain who's done this before, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so Angel, put your DM in the chat down below, and I'm sure tons of people will be able to help you with this. If you don't get the answers you want, feel free to call me directly. Ashley, let's go over to you. Thoughts, contributions on the conversation. Let's go. Good to see you. Hopefully your voice is all the way back. We'll see.
Good. Good morning. Yeah, it's a lot better. When Brandy was talking, she sparked a thought. My sister does this. My sister, she does like 100 transactions all VA per year. And one of the things she does that really takes off is that she goes around to all the local businesses and she finds a cause. And obviously everybody's going to have to find their own cause. Hers is the veterans. And she asked all the local businesses if they would like to contribute something towards what is it, like when you bid on it, it's like oh my gosh, it's like a
Silent
charity
auction.
an auction. Yes, that's exactly what she does. And so she goes to all these local businesses. She does a spotlight on the local businesses. So she's getting them involved. And then she advertises this online auction. She does it online. One year, she was like, I'll give or I'll donate, or what'd she say? She said she would go into an ice bath in front of everybody live on Facebook if somebody to the highest bidder, and she raised $200 just for that. And then what she did with all of that money is she sponsored people for Thanksgiving. She sponsored families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And she filmed the entire thing as she was giving these things out, which makes people want to participate in every year because people want to participate in things like that. And what that's doing, even though it's not direct, is it's making people trust her as a good person. So all of those people who are contributing in this live option go, oh, hey, this person's doing something, getting involved in the community. We want to do business with a person like that. So just a thought. It definitely works well for them. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Beautiful. I love this. Absolutely love this. You know what people are trying to escape right now? Well, you guys probably know. What are people trying to escape right now when it's this hot? They're trying to escape the heat. They're trying to get to a place where it's actually cool. And like, just here's an example for you guys. Here's a marketing 101 for you. The Wave is now open, right? The Wave is in Dublin, and this place is free. Why not go to the Wave and shoot a video? Right? It's just like, I just want to load you guys up with marketing ideas. What's up, you guys? Hey, I'm out here at the Wave. It's located in Dublin. This place is X amount of slides, X amount of acreage, X amount of fun. It's open till this time, and guess what? It's free. Bring the kids out if you're looking at escaping the heat, right? And you become known as that person that's constantly putting people on game about what's happening in your area. Then you naturally get followers that naturally are going to see all your real estate stuff. So you're bringing people in, right? Like, I want to know, where do I go to get out of 110-degree weather when I'm in Sacramento? Where's the best places to go hang out, get away from all this heat? Where do I go for shade? Where's a good place to take the kids, right? If you don't want to stay in the house all day with the air conditioning pumping at 71 and you want to get the kids out, but you don't want to be uncomfortable, like, where do you go? What do you do? Right? So it's like, think about that for the entire summer, you guys. There are so many things going on, Sacramento, Central Valley, Bay Area, that we could talk about that just gets more engagement and more eyes on you, right? And you think about this. If you guys can in the chat, or just take yourself off of mute, when do the kids go back to school for you? I don't even know. I have to ask my wife.
August 12th.
July 28th.
July 28th?
Yeah.
Poor kids. Okay. All right, August.
God damn.
Right, Otis?
Nobody.
Oh, we got like 3 months.
Brentwood has zero chill for summer. They got out first week of June and will go back the very last week of July. Literally
Wow.
6 weeks.
All right, so once again, you guys, let's just go back to this. Say you had part of your summer marketing plan was a back to school for teachers, right? Well, you have to say, okay, what date is that going to go out? Well, I'm going to launch a video on the 15th of July, on the 20th of July. I'll just give you some dates here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create this cool video, and I'm going to have every single, Peter and Dewey did this a couple years ago. They had really good success. I'm going to have everyone tag a teacher that they know in East Cocoa. Right? Just tag a teacher in this video. I'm doing a huge giveaway. We're going to do a live drawing. We're going live on this day. So you announce that you're giving away $250 towards supplies or whatever it is, 10 backpacks. I don't care what it is, whatever's in budget, right? And then you say, tag those teachers, right? And then you take those teachers' names, you connect with them directly, like, hey, Tom referred you. He entered you in my raffle. I'm Brandy. I'm so excited to have you. We're going to do a live on this date, so make sure that you're there, and we're going to be announcing the winners. So now what are you doing? Is you're getting tons of teachers engaged, and guess what you have? You have all of their Instagram handles. So you're following up with them. You're saying, thanks for entering my raffle. Thanks for entering my raffle. Thanks for entering my raffle. Hey, you didn't win my raffle, but hey, thank you for entering. Be on the lookout for the next one. If there's anything that I could ever do for you as a teacher who is serving the youth of tomorrow, please let me know. And if you ever have any real estate needs, I'm the one to help you out. By the way, would it be cool if I put you in my newsletter so you can stay up to date on what's happening in the East Cocoa market and all kinds of fun stuff that I put in my newsletter? Wonderful. Now what's happened is everyone else helped you build your database because you did something cool for them. And what did you spend? $250? You guys, I went to freaking Jamba Juice yesterday because Jamba Juice opened up down the street from my house, and now the kids are like, oh, let's go to Jamba Juice. You know how much it fucking costs to take 3 kids and myself to Jamba Juice? You're looking at a cool $30, right? So it's just like when we think about the things that we're doing, the Starbucks, the stopping for a sandwich, all you guys from now until the end of July could afford $250. $250 in supplies for a teacher, that goes a long way. It goes a long way. So this is part of your marketing plan for the summer, and I want to put it into your thoughts and into your brains. Create a plan. Just create a plan, execute that plan, put all of the steps in place to make sure that you're getting in front of as many people as you possibly can. So Ashley, you had a contribution, or was that a hand? Was that something I saw out of the corner of my eye?
No.
No, okay. All right, cool.
Great.
As we're thinking about this conversation, I want to call on a couple people. If you're not going to raise your hand, it's all good. I'm just going to call on a couple people. I want to see where your thoughts are, where your head's at. Let's go over to Samantha Benz, and we'll go over to Shelly. We'll go to Otis. We'll go to Sierra. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me where your heads are at, contributions, thoughts, insight. Let's go, Samantha Benz. Let's have you kick us off.
Yeah, it's as a former teacher, it's definitely inspiring me and motivating me to think in that way. I was just going to tell y'all, give these teachers cash. Or give them gift cards. But I mean, if you know a teacher that does elementary and they need supplies, depending on their school, that's great too. I've also been wanting to do a newsletter. I feel like I haven't started because I don't know what to say. So if I could see what people are putting out there, then I could get a better idea and just more direction on where I need to go with that.
Yeah, so maybe it's just the money for teachers to be used towards. Now you could promote it as, hey, use this towards, school supplies or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a Visa gift card. So I like that. So good stuff. Let's go over to Shelly. Shelly, let's hear from you. I want to hear where your thoughts are at. What's going to happen from now until the end of the summer? It's going to move your needle. It's going to get you in front of more people. Let's hear from you, Shelly.
Hi, everybody. So that's a great idea, but I'm thinking maybe coordinate with the summer camp people, like, they need more supplies because so I have to go more out and see where those summer camps are happening. Some are at the park or something. Maybe they need like a water slides or something to buy those kind of stuff and stay connected with the teachers that way. So
nice.
Because the school, sometimes they have funds, but those summer camps, maybe they need more support or something. So
yeah, I don't know how teachers do it. Like the teachers go way above and beyond what they're actually paid. Summer camps, it might be a little late. I know that my daughter's in her 3rd week of summer camp. It might be a little late, but all cities, all areas are a little bit different. So I definitely would tap in and see what you can do. But I like where your head's at. Otis, let's go to you, big dog. You think about the summertime, different marketing campaigns, things that you could do to get in front of more people, generate more leads, more opportunities for you. Where's your head at?
I think just kind of go month to month by breaking it down for the 4th of July. I think I heard it mentioned it a couple weeks back, like something super cost efficient, dollar store, even Amazon has like a big bundles where you can get like 25 to 50 of those small little red flags, showing American spirit while you go door knock. So you kind of knocking 2 things out at once. August, every year for the last, 12 years I've known Mr. Fab. He does a backpack giveaway. I call him Black Jesus because this man, he does so much for his community. Just literally over the last few years, they really start highlighting on an everyday night business on the news because it just brings so much awareness. So coming through with, at least 10 backpacks myself every time, but trying to double it up this year because obviously I'm a lot better over the last couple of years than I was before. And then partnering with a lot of agents, like I said before, with the TBA, putting them on. So we all get just a different abundance, and it's not just people from our team all over pushing everybody's content. We got a big distributor hoping to lock down $1 million production budget for The City Is Mine. It's a show that we did like 3 or 4 years ago, highlighting all of the local Oakland basketball players that made it to the NFL to do a lot of stuff for the community, like Jason Kidd and Antonio Davis, Gary Payton, just to name a few. But hopefully at the end of the month that goes good because it just puts us into a bigger budget to be able to do everything that I've been trying to do before I got on the team and now. So I mean, just putting my face out there and then really finally pushing the trigger with SF Gate and the Chronicle because I wanted to do it, but I would have came in at a smaller package, and I don't think it would have really made a difference. So now having a cash flow now and coming back to them with obviously that and a couple of other things, I think like it's just going to propel the summer. So I've been pushing up the content a lot on social media lately, but it's got to go crazy. I explained that the path of production, just 250 pieces will last 6 months and take 2 weeks to do. So I got a formula, I got a plan. If people want to get together and start doing it and help me out, so I don't have to do all 250 pieces by myself. I'm open to all suggestions, but I mean, the summer, I mean, putting yourself out there, I felt really good. I've been partnering with a lot of agents on the team, and I want to thank them right now. Sierra, Jacob, Darnell, Dominique, like, I mean, like you guys have been really helping me take the load off of doing showings. But I did a showing yesterday and I felt good getting back into doing it. And the last 3 that I did end up being two for ones. Like just talking to them, showing my knowledge of what I know. They opened up and be like, well, I actually have to sell my home right off of there from the point of contact. So just feeling good that I'm not worried about the BRs and all the other things that's going to be in place because I feel like I can talk that shit, and then with the media presence, I think everything's just gonna fall into place.
Good stuff, Otis. You guys, I want you to think about this. If you have an area where you live that you say, you know, this is really where I want to be able to, you know, build my business. Say it's a River Island, say it's a Dublin, say it's a Brentwood, wherever you are, right? Like, I know a guy that hired a ice cream truck and had 350 people come to the ice cream truck for free ice cream. And you don't do it for a certain, like all day, you do it for a time block. But imagine that you work your neighborhood, you're door knocking, you're handing out flyers. And by the way, we're doing a neighborhood appreciation ice cream event. Come out, get free ice cream. It's on us. Everything is branded. They have a QR code. There's branding on the paper. Like you guys can go so big, and an ice cream truck does not cost you that much money, especially if you partner with somebody on the team and say, hey, can we rent you for 2 hours and we'll do X amount of sales? If not, then, you know, we'll obviously pay the difference. The thing is, you pay 250, 350 bucks. That's good money for an ice cream truck. And you look like the hero. You look like the king and queen of that area. So many things, you guys, so many things. You're marketers. I need you to put your marketing hat on and really think like, how many campaigns am I going to do from now until the end of summertime? Let's go, Sierra. Sierra, thoughts, contributions, insight. Let's hear from you.
Hi, guys. So to be honest with marketing, because I'm new and I'm really trying to start habits, I find myself needing to really hone in on those habits. If I do too many things, I get too distracted and then I can't establish those habits well. So I'm really focusing on marketing for my farm and just continuing door knocking and my open houses. So although I would like to do extra stuff right now, it's enough. Well, the other thing I do is every other month I'm doing a plant swap. One thing I will say that worked really well at this plant swap that I did not plan, another woman there had planned it. She brought these like team building cards and we sat in a circle and we all introduced ourselves and then like read off what the card said. And lo and behold, I get to say that I'm a realtor and why I love being a realtor, and you know that my goal is like literally what makes me feel the best is to help first-time home buyers to especially to tap into some of these programs that are available. So I had 3 people reach out after that saying, hey, I want more info. And I'm immediately trusted because I'm in this community of plant people and neighbors. So I will say, if you're able to do some kind of community building during an event, man, it's brilliant. So that's pretty much it for me. Thanks, guys.
I love it. But here's what I heard is that Sierra has a marketing plan for her specific farm. You guys, it's ideal because she gets to think very, very locally, right? And do things that are serving her local farm. I absolutely love this. You guys, buy these. Whether or not you are doing it with your people, whether you're at a B&I group, whether you're hosting an event, They're called table topics. And you guys, it's been a game changer in our household. We had people over a couple weeks ago. We did table topics, and it's the coolest thing. It's just like, oh, who's a band that you'd love to see? Who's somebody in life that inspires you? If you could live anywhere other than California, where would you live? And it's just really, really cool table topics. So if you're ever in like a networking group such as Sierra was in, these table topics will serve your family well, but they'll also serve your networking groups well. I highly, highly encourage you to get those. So let's do this, you guys. I want to go around the room. I want to hear some thoughts. I want to hear some takeaways from you guys. I want to see where your heads are at before we start to close up sesh today. So let's go, Erica. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen Erica, Jessica, was it Erica, Jessica? Who was my first interview for Fast Live? Who am I missing? Anyways, they're great interviews. Erica, appreciate you sharing your story with us last week. Let's hear from you. Key thoughts, takeaways, and what's one thing that you're going to do this week to move your needle? Give me one.
Yes, one thing that I'm going to do is really be out there and market. Like Sierra said, work on the farming marketing section. And I'm really going to tap into that today. And I'm going to send out I'm going to type up some flyers, and for my last close, I'm going to go around the neighborhood and just drop some flyers saying that something sold recently, and that, there's going to be homes coming on the market soon in that area. And I'm sure there's plenty of active homes that are on the market around that area, but really focusing on my farming. I really need to tap into that. And it's just great hearing everybody's marketing strategy and giving, everybody else some ideas on where to go.
So Erica, so you're not going to use the sale of that property that you just had. Like, you're going to leverage that to find listing opportunities, right? So it's just like, hey, if you want to know the strategy, or if you want to know, like, here's what it's sold for, like, here's the QR code so you guys can get your home valuation. It's to get you more listing opportunities. So I can help you with that flyer, but let's leverage the shit out of this win to get you your next win. But good stuff. Love it. Let's go over to Ro. Ro, thoughts, contribution to what's one thing that you're going to do this week that's going to move your needle?
I'm planning to do some door knocking at the end of the week for the holiday party, the 4th of July barbecue for the neighborhood. So I postcards made, and on one side it tells everyone information about how to register and all of that, and then on the back is my information, and then I have flags as well. So I'm going to go around and do that, and then work the event is on the 4th, be at the registration table with my Team Fast t-shirt on. So I'll see how it goes. So that's
I love it.
one thing this week.
Love it. Love it. Good stuff. Chris B, good to see you, big dog. I know it's going to be a hot one for you guys up in Sacramento this season. So, thoughts, ideas, what's one thing you're focused on this week that's going to move your needle?
This week I'm focused on, me and Sophia are focused on door knocking our neighborhood, as well as just moving our prospective buyers and sellers that are kind of on the fence, just moving them forward, having conversations, and setting up coffee appointments and one-on-ones and Zoom calls. So our main thing is getting face-to-face, and that's what we really focus on.
Beautiful. Chris, do you do most of your buyers consultations face-to-face, or do you ever do them Zoom?
I'd say about 50-50.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, our strategies, when Sophia held an open house this weekend, and what I do is I have her be the first point of contact and just have her focusing on setting up appointments, whether it's face-to-face with me or a Zoom call with both of us. But I just need to get face-to-face with people. Okay, that's my strength. Once I get face-to-face and then they see what I'm about, they're always dedicated and loyal to me, and vice versa. So that's my main point, getting face-to-face.
Love it. Blessing, let's hear from you. Key thoughts, takeaways from our time together today. I can't believe that he goes back to school that early.
Yes. So I was thinking that I share the sentiment with Sierra that hearing a lot of different ideas can sometimes create some overwhelm, but I'm going to just stick to the one thing, like pick one thing and run with it. I've always wanted to do a backpack drive or something to support the teachers. And I think the raffle for teachers and supplies is a great way, especially in our community. And with some of the personal projects I'm going to be doing with his middle school, I think that it's like, that's going to be the thing that gives me the biggest impact. So organizing a raffle to have that happen right before the end of school, right before the end of summer, I think that's going to be the one thing I take away from our call, and to always choose one thing. So that's my takeaway.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. The answer to your question is no, Antonio, you do not need a code for the Hayward office. But Blessing, and I'm glad we're talking about this. If it's just one thing, right? I said if you have a marketing plan, but maybe the marketing plan is one thing. Well, that one thing still, you guys, when I do one event, Focus and Fire, that's my one big event for the year. Obviously, I do other little ones, but one event has layers of marketing to it. One event has tons of, okay, well, who's doing the event right? Who's doing the marketing collateral? Who's doing the reel? What day is it going out? How many times am I sliding in people's DMs? Same things with you. How many groups am I a part of? How many emails do I have? What date is the reel dropping? What date am I going live? How am I announcing the win? All those things. So it's like one thing could have multiple layers, right? So you might have multiple things that have multiple layers, or you just have one that has multiple legs to it, right? Either way you want to swing this, as long as you have a plan, that's all that matters. Let's go, Jessica. Jessica, you'll be our last contribution for the week. Let's go, Jessica Modir.
Oh, hey, everyone. So I like the idea how you said, like, when you're out, because I'm that type of person, I'm outdoors constantly. And I'm just trying to like figure out a way how to like hone in the people. But I like how you said, like, for instance, I was at a Pacific Grove over the weekend. Beautiful beach, looks like somewhere you're in the Caribbean, a little tiny little spot. Cool weather, you know, got out of the heat. I'm gonna do a video kind of, and I was in it, like, but I'm not talking in it. But I could perhaps like put something in it, you know, and include that as a script or
Totally.
something.
I
Yeah,
love it.
but like right now I'm at Contra Costa Country Club, and it's like, this is right now I can do like a video and then put it out there, a reel.
Yeah, so I would highly encourage you today, while you're there, to do a video about Contra Costa Country. I didn't even know what that was, but now I'm interested. So post that video, I'll
gorgeous.
watch it.
Okay, all right.
All right, but see, I didn't even know what that was, and there's a lot of people out there that don't even know what that is.
They don't know. It's so hidden, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so the idea behind this, you guys, was ideas. Right?
Yep,
So
it is.
So
it
once again, when you go back to this Trello board, I don't care if it's one thing or if it's 10 things. The idea is to make sure that you have a plan, and then all of these things have dates. They have things that need to be done. You can put this on your calendar, so on and so forth. So you guys, whether it is Trello, whether it is your whiteboard, whether it is sticky notes all along your computer, whatever it is, have a plan, stick to the plan. Now let's go back to the opening of this conversation. You guys can either choose to self-sabotage or choose to serve the purpose of your growth, you guys. Make sure that everything that we're doing is we're following through on what we actually said we're going to do. Because the moment you don't, you're telling yourself, I'm not that person that follows through. I'm not the reader. I'm not the person that executes on the things that I said. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we're living true to our purpose. And the only way that you're going to do it is by following through with the things that you are actually saying you want to accomplish. So you guys, this week, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to decompress. I'm going to spend some time with my family. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy this week. And so Wednesday and Friday, we will not have coaching. But if you need anything, just send me a DM on Slack. Other than that, I'm going to take some time to chill. I always try to do appointments while my parents are here. I'll be like, oh, I'll just do appointments until 12. But I go. So this week I've cleared my calendar. Thank you, Judith, for clearing my calendar. I cleared it 3 weeks ago, so I didn't have anything pop up. So you guys, you know where to find me. I'm going to be posting a bunch of family shit this week, but if you need anything, let me know. Focus on the things that are going to move your needle this week. Focus on the things that are going to move your needle from now to the end of the summertime. And if you don't have a plan, start planning things. And like Blessing was saying, maybe it's just one thing. Like Sierra was saying, maybe it's just one thing that you do to move the needle in your business this season. So you guys, if you need anything, I'm here for you. I'll be at the Oakland office all day today. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and have an amazing week. Peace.